back, everyone.
It's another blisteringly exciting Tyman On Tap.
Blistery. Exciting.
Someone's really dour about that.
Yeah.
We got Vinny Gognitti back in the house 2 weeks in a row, which is an all-time record for this sourpuss.
We also have a live studio audience. Can we get a round of applause from the studio audience? Come on, people. Yes.
We are beloved in Wallingford, and I am Harold Bigsby. Joe Tyman, what do you have to tell us today?
Today, I tell you that it's Google I/O.
And is that...
What?
What?
Google I/O.
I/O what?
I/O. It's talking about Google, we go.
You always manage to have a sing-song moment, but never illustrate your point.
This is a big stretch.
Well, Google has its annual developers conference, all that fun stuff.
Whereabouts?
Probably somewhere in Northern California. Oh, call in! 203-265-6310.
You did it.
Yeah,
Did it.
That was pretty good, actually.
That was one of your best.
Yeah. So let's talk about Google, somewhere in Northern
So in
California.
some mysterious mountain fortress where they have the conference in California,
They announced a bunch of new products.
and one of them is...
A Google tablet does not compete with the iPad. So this has been like a recent thing. It's like, let's announce an iPad tablet, yay!
And how do you feel about it?
I think it's interesting. I think it's we're finally starting to see competition.
I don't think it's interesting because I don't think that there's going to be a market for that competition.
You think people are just going to stick with Apple?
They're
not going
done.
to care.
They like apples. They're sticking with apples. It's apples all the way.
Apples,
It's
bushels of
today,
apples.
bushels of apples.
What are the features on this new Floop-de-doo that
Well,
makes it a little bit better?
It's the Google
This
Nexus, which if you flip it and skip it.
Every time.
This is David. He's filling in for our guest until he gets here.
Come on.
You're not selling this tablet. I don't want it.
No, the tablet is just basically, it's like a juiced up iPad.
Where's the juice
But it's
coming
cheaper.
from?
It's much cheaper though.
What's
What's the juiced up part?
Yeah, where's the juice?
Well, yeah.
Faster, quicker?
Faster, quicker, all that stuff is cheaper. It's $200 as opposed to $500.
So basically rebuilt the
Yeah, it
iPad.
basically made a more affordable iPad for people that like the Android operating system over the iOS. And there are people out there, foolish they may be, that do like the Android operating system. You know, Google fanboys, if you watch Let's Talk Tech, you can see your fair share of them.
I thought that was off the air.
Is it off there?
Let's Talk Tech is back?
No.
Oh, it's done.
See, it's our studio audience, even booze it.
Oh, Jared is the glue that held it together right here.
He's the catalyst.
Anyway, so it's juiced. It's great. What else we got from Google?
We got a device called the Nexus Q, which is a circular device designed like the Apple TV, but it's one made in America, two $200 more expensive, and three has a built-in amplifier so you can plug speakers directly into it.
So it's
Wait,
smaller,
you said
more
200
expensive, and loud?
Yeah, that's
That's
thank
what
you,
I heard.
exactly. Yeah, I definitely heard the more expensive part.
And
It's
I heard-
$200 more dollars, but it's built in America, opposed to being built overseas.
Okay.
And on top, which I don't know if that justifies $200, maybe $100, definitely $50.
It's got to be those union workers.
That's probably not a union plant.
Probably
But
Yeah. And I'd be more compelled by it being built in America if it wasn't just somebody pushing a button on an assembly line.
it's not like we're having some guy with watch mechanic
And that's the problem.
Joe,
That's
during-
exactly the
during
problem
the
that I'm
break-
saying, is you're busting out these Google tablets, you're busting out these Apple tablets, and they're just made just by computers. Computers are making other computers.
But people operating these computers make
For now,
And those people have unjustifiably...
That was Skynet. That was the machine.
exactly. The
Here we
producer
go.
knows what I'm talking
The
about.
producer is a little bit stuck in 1991, but his heart is in the right place. Computers are dangerous.
But you know that if there's a alteration in the timeline, that it will just push back that apocalypse. It doesn't have to be 1999
Yeah,
99.
it's going to go from 97 to 2003 to right now.
Exactly, 2012. Here we
right
go.
now.
All right, so you got me a little nervous and somewhat excited, I guess.
No, but the cool thing is it's circular. It's
The cool thing is the shape.
it's a ball. You got a
I'm
little
not paying
ball.
$200 for a little ball, a little fun little ball.
But
That's not worth that much money.
The cool part is that it's a built-in amplifier, so you can directly plug your speakers into it. You don't need a surround sound system. Which is
I don't think that that's cool.
No one's doing that.
so you want to spend an extra hundreds of dollars on a surround sound system they don't need now?
Why don't you just design your own?
I don't understand why you don't need the surround system.
Because the amplifier is built into the Apple TV or to the Nexus Q.
Have you actually heard this thing pumping out some jams?
No, I've not heard of pumping out some jams.
What's the
Well,
first
then
thing
you
you play on
don't
it, Joe?
Probably some Paul McCartney. Maybe Love Take Me Down to the Streets. That's usually when I get a new device, I need to hear that song.
You know what? Worst Wings song. Worst Paul McCartney song.
No, best. Other than this Beatles stuff, which is pretty good, I'll grant you that. It's by far the best Paul McCartney song.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. His Beatles stuff wasn't all that great. It goes Wings, solo career, Beatles.
Is there really any difference between Wings and a solo career? Let's
This
be
is
honest.
this is not the argument we need to go down again.
But it's an argument we keep
Yeah,
going.
we're beating a dead horse.
To
Yeah.
quote the Beatles,
Wings is a
it's
dead
the
horse, to
long
quote
and
me.
winding road of Paul McCartney's career that we talk about.
Perfect. All right, what's up next on this thing?
So also, I think that they also announced Chrome is being ported to the iOS, which is now the #1 browser in the world.
It is a good browser.
The browser market is actually really splintered now. It's like 30, 20, 15.
And it's cutthroat out there, too.
I was pretty gung-ho about Firefox, in part because it shared a similar title to a Clint Eastwood movie from the 80s about a magical plane, or a high-tech plane.
You're going to love the new browser coming out called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's going to be amazing.
Which, by the way, is one of the best Blu-rays on the market.
Yeah,
Tyman
sure.
and I kicked back and watched that 3-hour piece.
And the next day I watched,
Fistful.
no, I didn't watch Fistful.
For a
I
few.
watched 2001, another
Whoa.
one of the top 10 Blu-ray transfers. So
I just got to say, the Sergio Leone joke just took the gas right out of me. Poured the juice right out of my tank.
well, you should take some next time before you.
Or you
go
should
on.
get some
Excuse
Google
me?
products which have more juice, according to this guy.
But okay, so Chrome is now ported to the iOS.
It got poured into the iOS?
Ported, like they made it like for the iOS.
Oh, ported.
So now you can use Google Chrome on your iPhone or your iPad.
Or anything you've got that
on
runs
on your
technology.
iPad.
Yeah.
You can run Chrome.
Chrome, and you know what? I might just do it. But
But
I don't think I'm going to get any of these devices.
Someday you will.
Never.
I think about 2 years you're gonna end up with one of these
I
devices.
think that there are still payphones in New Haven, and I'm going to use them until they're gone. And then I'm going to start stealing your phone.
we know you have your pager, and you cannot leave home without your pager. If somebody wanted to get you,
Who's paging me?
You have a pager!
I have a pager, but no one's busting it up.
Pagers are for drug dealers.
Even drug dealers don't use pagers, Mr. Producer. I know it's been a while since you've cruised around Hollywood late at night, but yeah, pagers are done. Now they use prepaid cell phones.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
Those are great because you can just chuck them right in the woods when you're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the only one problem with Chrome on the iOS
Is that you can't get it on the prepaid phone.
actually, version mobile now has prepaid iPhones.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
So
How is that not the topic?
how is that not the first thing we talked about?
That, literally, I
I
saw
think
that.
Apple just won.
Yeah, you should have busted that right under the table at minute 1.
Forget about all this other stuff.
Well, it's a big deal.
It's a huge
But
deal.
I literally got it as we're going on here. So yeah, Virgin Mobile now has a prepaid iPhone.
I
very-
want to see it. You show me the message.
No, he's going to take 20 minutes to do
That's
this.
fine.
All
Are you
right.
playing Farmville?
I'm not playing Farmville.
No,
What
he's
was
playing
that?
Kings and
What was-
Castles.
Camelot.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
knew it.
God!
All right.
This is sloppy.
No more sloppy
This
games
is
for you.
slop.
Yeah. All right, what do we got next?
I still finished what I said as I was saying before.
All right, stop playing Farmville.
Yeah. There
Stop
you go.
trading dogs or whatever you're
Yeah.
up to.
Stop riding
Trading
the
Dog
dogs.
Society. There was a club in college that the most elite graduates would join, kind of like the Skull and Bones in Yale. It was like that from my school, Franklin Pierce. And
But it's called the Trading Dogs Association, I think.
yeah,
Or Society.
So
Joe was the only member, really.
there was a few other members.
He was the only one.
You're the only member of a
Jerry
society.
Pepperdine was a member.
Pepperdine was.
Whatever happened to Jerry Pepperdine?
Listen, you're tossing a lot of
Yeah,
nonsense
you're
that I don't
getting
want to deal with.
people very confused in Wallingford. They don't know what we're up
They
to.
know
All right, so
Jerry Pepperdine.
Chrome on your
They don't know what
iPhone,
we're up
on your
against.
iOS device. The only problem is that Apple has not let you yet determine use. It's not let use, guys.
All right. What do you got to say, buddy?
You can't set your default browser yet, so all your links will still pop up in
all
Safari,
your lights?
Links.
Links will
Links.
still pop
All
up.
classic links.
Which is what has been holding Firefox from porting over to the iOS, is the whole default nature of the device.
So they're branching out. They're loosening up their restraints.
We'll see. We'll follow it
I
bit
really
by
don't
bit.
understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, so let's move on to the next topic. Stay on the whole Google I/O.
It's
Okay.
Google Express you got running.
Chicka.
Brilliant.
Yes.
That's why we're getting the daytime Emmy this season.
We already got one. You didn't go on Sunday?
No.
Can I get a spoon? So I have something in my water.
There's something thick in the water. We need to get tech on this.
Tyman On Tap with an excellent tech department.
Stay tuned for more information about that. What else is happening there?
So they now release a simulator that you can install on your Mac that lets you play all your Android games and applications on your Mac. So you just download this program, and you can go in there and download to the Android App Store and download all these great games. You can also download things like the Amazon App Store, which actually gives you a lot of free games.
Oh my! Are we talking about Amazon again?
He has to talk about Amazon every single episode.
They are kind of
he
my
makes a little
livelihood.
bit of money off of Amazon. His business runs through it, runs directly through it.
My company's business.
Is it a plastic spoon?
My business. I
Okay,
don't
I
have
can't use a plastic spoon. But
Your
whatever.
business is causing a fuss, causing a ruckus.
No, they're not.
All right.
'Cause I have sensitive skin.
He's a delicate little man.
Delicate little man with delicate little issues. But this is a
You
big.
singing about me?
He's singing directly about you, I think.
I don't want to hear that.
That's
But-
a bad song.
This is.
Retract it.
This is on national television. Come on.
We are in San Francisco. Hi, San Francisco. If you're getting ready for this Giants game, make sure to bring your sunscreen. Also, know it's free bobblehead night.
Look at that.
You get to pick out one of your favorite San Francisco Giants from the 1980s. You get a free bobblehead. Pick one out that's good. All
Yeah,
right.
let's get it going.
So,
I like a nice fresh cup. That's good.
That's it has no hair in it, like the last one.
oh, so this is a big deal. Virtualized.
That's sloppy now. This is really sloppy.
You're decorating
wait,
the set
you-
with
listen.
trash?
This is
Sloppy and sloppy.
this is
Two
your
plates.
this is Tyman on tap. Okay. This is not Bigsby on tap. This isn't Cogniti on tap.
No, we're off to the side.
You're on tap.
We're
I am
opening
on
on tap.
And you're on notice.
We're gonna let you loose.
Let me loose.
Don't do it.
Cut loose by the roos.
Just let it go.
All right.
Push that one under the rug.
But yeah, so now we're gonna be. So now everybody be like, oh, that's a iOS or Android only game. They can
Not
play
anymore,
it.
because they have this emulator or simulator.
But whose life is like this is happening?
Who's on the edge of their seat about this? You know, I'm more worried about, things like
He's on
Fire.
the edge of the seat.
like calling in. I'm more worried about people calling in.
Yeah.
203-265-6310.
Oh, I have a special announcement.
What's it about?
Our special guest is in the parking lot right now.
We talked about him last week. We talked about him for like 5 minutes. So you better hope it's like, Steven Spielberg,
This is
Olivia
like-
Newton-John.
Steven Seagal.
This is like I just got
Like,
Hank Aaron on my baseball
Alan
team in like
Ellison.
1970. This is a big,
That'd be
big thing. This is Stan Musial, Ted Williams type of baseball player. This is what type of guest we have here.
This is
Who's Ted
bigger
Williams?
than when Mulder
The greatest
left
hitter
the
of all time.
Expos.
really.
Yes,
What's his name
I
again?
don't know.
Ted Williams.
Oh yeah, I know Ted Williams.
He doesn't know who Ted Williams is.
Do you know Ted Stevens?
Do not know Ted Stevens. Does he
He
own a
is
car dealership?
no, he
You know
doesn't.
Steve Coogan? Because I'd love to get his number.
Do you know Dugan Nash?
I did once know Stephen King's number.
Stephen Kingsley?
Stephen King's.
Oh, Stephen King, the author from Maine.
Yes, and Walter Koenig.
Yeah, we hung out with him one time at
I
Franklin
actually
Pierce
talked to him on
College.
his cell phone. He's like, "Hey, Joe, how's it going?"
You know,
Stuck in
we're
Kansas City.
killing the momentum
Well,
about the special guest with Walter
Well,
Koenig.
I'm trying to just delay some time
Obamacare.
for the special guest.
Obamacare.
Could you switch over to these shot with these two guys only?
Switch over to special,
yeah, switch
special
over to
cam,
us,
secret
yeah.
It's like a
special
pause.
cam. Here,
All right. Yeah.
we got one of these coming.
We're
High
going-
five.
we're
Give
doing
me a high
this.
five.
We're doing this, right.
Boom.
All right.
We're ready. Special guest is in the house.
All right,
And boom,
get a wide
cut it,
shot.
And
And
then
our special
surprise.
guest,
Oh!
I made it.
This is
all the way
not.
from Long Island.
Wallingford is far, man.
In case you had no idea,
Really?
I had no idea it was this far. I've been here once before.
longtime caller Andrew S.
First time visitor.
from Hope Spring.
First time visitor. This is exciting, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
welcome to
cool.
the show. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So how
You're
was your
90% of what I thought you looked like.
much.
Oh, what was the 10%? It's
10% deviation, shape of the hair.
shape of the hair. I used shampoo this morning.
Oh, okay.
That's what
So
threw it
you know
up.
what? I had it right. I had it
Yeah,
right the first
yeah.
time.
Without shampoo, you get 100%.
This is him. This is Andrew S.
So what's going on, guys?
we just saw a couple topics about
We hammered
Google,
through
IO.
Google.
How do
Yeah.
you feel about Obamacare?
Yeah,
That's
where
what
do you
we're gonna
stand?
touch off
What is
with.
this Obamacare thing? What is
don't know.
this?
Oh, this is the Supreme Court decided today on how to proceed with Obamacare, and I know a certain Tyman is really about to unleash on this.
You know what? If it's a tax, it's a tax. I mean,
Wait, before you start getting into that, they decided, and it was a 5-4 decision, that they would treat the healthcare mandate like a tax.
Really?
And it was Chief Justice John Roberts, who is typically a conservative, who voted in favor of it, the deciding vote, instead of Anthony Kennedy, who was off on the swing vote. He was actually somewhat offended that people thought he would automatically side with the liberals on this.
Kennedy basically makes up everything as he goes along. Like
They call it Kennedy's court sometimes.
he is
He shoots
unreliable, unpredictable,
from
insane.
the hip.
Call it
When
a
they-
kangaroo court.
When they call it Kennedy's Court, do they call it Kennedy's Court with a K? Because they have to.
I think they must.
They have to.
In fact, it's true. Retroactively true.
But the thing is with Stevens, because where he votes,
Yeah?
he never has to not vote with the majority
But he's
because
not
of
there anymore.
what?
Because of peer pressure.
Not
John
Stevens.
Those judges, they get together.
That's
They
that
Roberts.
shit is done.
Roberts.
Yeah,
John
John
Roberts.
Roberts.
He never has to vote not with the majority. He can, because the way his vote is positioned, and the people voting after him will always be right, left, and he always has Kennedy in front of him. He can vote with the majority every single time he votes.
But
Like he
that
can do
hasn't
that.
necessarily been his trend.
He's pretty much stuck with the conservatives up to this point, but he probably is, unless you consider Kennedy something other than kind of wishy-washy.
I consider him a champion of justice.
Well, when he quotes like French Napoleonic law to make constitutional decisions, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was a little wild.
But
Sometimes you got to go into law's back catalog.
Sometimes you gotta
well,
dig
it's not
deep.
like English common law, which is the foundation of U.S. law in general. It's like just some random law that happened at the same time as we're making up our Constitution. They were coming up with this set of laws over in France, in New Orleans.
That is
happens. That
the
happens.
sloppiest way to describe it. Waving your hands around.
Joe talks with his hands.
Getting me distracted. If you
Joe-
were in court, Joe, they would whip you.
Joe does the jellyfish with the hands.
Jellyfish?
That's his dance.
Joe, you're
That's
gonna
his
get
way
whipped.
dance.
I'm a paisan, so we like to talk with our hands.
All right.
Or at least half
That's-
paisan.
Can you
If
do
you're only
some
half,
jellyfish?
you're half offending people right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're dragging your heritage through the mud on public television
half
and
your heritage.
West Coast television.
Yeah, we're on San Francisco.
I know. I heard this. This is exciting.
Did you hear about the tonight's bobblehead night in San Francisco? You get to pick your favorite bobblehead of your favorite San Francisco Giant from the 80s. There's a big
Only
no-
the 80s, though.
Only
Wait,
the 80s.
could it just be your favorite thing from the 80s?
No, it has to be your
Oh.
favorite San Francisco Giant from
So
the
it
80s.
can't be Reagan dressed like a sports hero?
I guess if there was a baseball player that looked like Ronald Reagan in the 80s.
All right, then we're sold. So, Obama-Rama, Joe, do you think this is actually going to help people? Because
I don't think
I'm weary about it.
all this judge does is put the law in a different context that it's a tax. They can lower the tax, they can raise the tax, they can pretty much make the tax zero, which will completely null and void the law by making their tax zero.
I figure, according to polls, that this is 70% of Americans take issue with this legislation, but that could be a nonsensical number because no one asked me personally, or any of us. Did anyone ask any of you?
Is it a positive take issue or a negative take issue, or could it just be like I just want to take an issue? I just want to think about it.
You just
as an
want to
issue?
mull it over.
Yeah, I just want to think about
And
it.
what
I wanna have a
what
coffee
percentage
house.
of that 100% is just chilling out, thinking, I'll wait and see. 2014 comes around, that thing kicks in.
Some
I'll make
people
up my
they're
mind.
They're just waiting for it. They're on the precipice of thought, and they're just like.
I know at
"What's
least
gonna
two of
happen?"
us are feeling that
That's
way.
50%
It's 50%
of that interest.
of this demographic here.
Joe might hate it, and that gentleman might love it.
Joe hates it, and this gentleman hates a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except not this, ironically enough.
No, he hates this.
But then we all take an issue with it. You
You know what?
hypothetically,
I think 75% of us want to just sit back and wait and see. So that's a nonsensical poll. But I think my whole point about bringing up this poll was that Wallingford needs to call in about Obamacare. I know some of you out there might be flipping through the channels, and you're saying to yourself, 203
Some of you
265
flipping out.
6310
Flipping out over
is the number to
Obamacare.
call to
be dialing.
just
Just be
shoot,
dying. If you're in
shoot
San
around.
Francisco, give us a call. We want to hear everything.
Yeah, I want to hear from San Francisco.
203-265-6310. Get in here and talk about Obamacare. Tell us without foul language, you rascals, what you have what you think.
and for the Asian
Sinister
community,
goons.
for the Asian community in San Francisco, we are working on an SAP for both Japanese and Mandarin. It's coming out soon. We're working really hard on that.
Talking about SAP?
SAP, the alternative audio.
Secondary audio programming.
Yeah, whatever it is. We're
Secret
working hard on
audio
Japanese and
Yeah.
Mandarin.
Can we kill the San Francisco feed for a second?
Cut San Francisco out. We're going to offend them a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
we
they're
are
done. We're
not
good.
doing the Mandarin or the Chinese.
We're
It's
doing
not.
That's a trick.
That is a trick.
All right, back to San Francisco. All right, San Francisco, we're excited to have you guys.
We're going to help you out.
Mandarin orange.
We might help you.
Yeah.
Mandarin orange are delicious.
Deep down.
You know when you
inside.
what is it Mandarin orange that you get? You take a Mandarin orange, you breed it with a tangerine, and you get a clementine, or is it?
I don't
That's
know.
absurd.
That's mad science.
Joe, stop.
Stop talking
Frankenfoods.
fruits.
Frankenfoods.
All right, we're gonna hit a PSA. I'm not sure what we have today. It's gonna be.
I'm going to hit your face. Yeah.
I think we have one about statutory rape laws. So.
Whoa! Don't spoil the show.
Just got sexy in here.
Saucy.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. Happy Halloween.
From Wallingford and WPAA.
Yes, we are. Happy Halloween!
I was working
Yay!
in the lab
We did
late
it!
one night.
We killed the
My eyes
turkey!
beheld an eerie
Happy Halloween!
slab began to rise.
Happy Halloween.
To my surprise,
Happy Halloween.
Monster Mash.
Happy Halloween from Baran's Temple Karate.
Did the monster
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!
Trick or treat! I'm the Easter Bunny!
Happy Halloween.
They did the
Happy
monster
Easter Egg!
smash. It caught on in a flash.
Happy Halloween!
They did the
Happy
monster
Halloween!
mash. These were
Happy Halloween!
The party had just begun.
Happy MMA. This is bone soup for you. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween! Everybody, Happy Halloween! I got the pumpkin!
Bangers were about to arrive.
Happy Halloween from the staff and board members of WPAA.
Play the monster mash.
And Freeman Penny. Come on down and visit us anytime. We're here for you. Hi, Andy. I'm on TV just for you.
Me too.
Timon!
Joe, where's Joe?
Where could he be?
Where's Timon?
Hey guys, you think if Joe left, can I take both his iPad 3?
I think we'll set
And-
his house on fire.
I think
We'll
we're gonna
just-
burn
his
his
Mac
place
was
down.
all the things that remain of Joe.
I'm taking his car.
Abracadabra!
Wild time
What a
of fear.
sickening surprise.
Wow. No.
Ah.
It's tough. It's tough
It's
on the
tough
guts.
on the heart.
It's tough
Where,
on the
where
head.
are we? What is that?
This is one of the fantasy cities.
We've escaped the dungeon,
and now we're out in the
and
streets.
now we're out in the streets.
Love
And
take me down to the streets.
Running. We're running.
We're getting a good jog on. So that was fascinating magic, people. I think you'll all remember a while back, Timon. Weren't we talking about zombies in Florida?
Yes, bath salts.
They blamed it on bath salts, didn't they?
No bath salts in the system.
It turns out that this was a fine, upstanding young man until he smoked on that marijuana.
Just one hit.
One hit just threw
One
him
hit.
into a fightin', biting
Well, what I've learned about drugs recently.
rampage was the last part of my sentence. What'd you learn about drugs? Mr.
Cocaine will kill you on the first try.
First.
First try.
I
Yeah.
think that's been disproven by Mick Fleetwood.
There's been plenty of people. My son died from cocaine.
All right,
This is
so
the first
far
time.
Wait, hold on. a second.
Okay, no, that's the first time that father heard that his son did cocaine. He was like, "What? This is the first." No, that
Yeah.
and
He-
boys
I
he was
agree
pumping
with
it
that.
in.
That's
He
a
was
great-
face deep. He was
Yeah.
That's a
Scarface
great
Piles.
coping mechanism.
Yeah, he'd be like, "It's the first
Len
12, you know."
Bias, first time he did coke.
Allegedly.
All right,
Yeah, it
Joseph,
was the 80s.
You've taught us
It
nothing
was-
about drugs so far. Go
Okay,
on.
yeah.
And marijuana makes you crazy.
That is
Oh, that is
also
true.
I know that to be
very
true. I know
convenient
that's true.
because this upcoming election, 2012, there are 12 states that have pro-marijuana regulation initiatives, and suddenly in the news we hear that marijuana is turning people into flesh-crazed lunatics.
I've always known this.
Yeah, you know, I've known plenty of people that have sold stuff out of the trunk of my car, and none of them ever eat a face. Or
No one
piece of-
ever eats a
chunk of meat.
face in the back of your car.
Or anywhere near it, or near me.
You're,
That's like a general rule.
you're
though,
not
I'm just
involved in
saying.
cannibalism?
No.
Well, you do carry a loaded gun on you all the time in case somebody goes for your face.
Always a
Yeah.
good thing to
Am I taking
say
that
on
now?
TV.
Yeah.
Good.
Because
Oh, yeah.
now the cops are thinking, if I see a guy dressed like it's 1975, I'm
I
going to take
gotta
him
follow
down.
him, yeah.
He's going
I
quick.
know.
Hey, concealed carrier permits, you're allowed to.
That's
Okay.
true.
All right. But still, the way you said it was
You
right
know
after
that
we
you
were
actually
like
have
flesh
to wear the
eating.
permit like visibly on your chest.
You got to wear it on your chin.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you have, or you have to have it like.
In your wallet.
No, you gotta show it.
Sounds like bad. You're like, I'm Officer So-and-so of the Bridgeport
but then you
PD.
gotta
Don't
show
impersonate an officer, John.
That's very bad.
But then you
That's
have to
really bad.
show
So
the
you're
pistol.
impersonating officers, talking about illicit guns,
Yeah.
talking about cocaine like it's your favorite hobby.
Like it's just like something you do.
Like
on
it's
the
just
red.
a joke.
Yeah, Wallingford, call in and tell us what
Call
you
in
think about this.
203-265-6310. Is
Tell
Joe
this guy who
dangerous
put
for your
kids out of danger.
children?
Yep.
Is he a bad
Yep.
influence?
Yeah, I mean, we know the answers to these are all yes.
We're thinking
but-
yes, but
Occupy Joe Timon.
Yeah.
Occupy.
Yeah.
I think the
Ooh,
Occupy
that's-
movement
Oh,
has
like
gone.
a tauntaun. You cut them open,
I
Go
thought
inside,
it was bad
you-
on the outside.
and you soak up the heat.
Oh, by the way, saw a crazy TV show last night.
Sonic?
Lego Star Wars.
That's a show.
That is a really ridiculous Star Wars show.
That sounds like George Lucas is really off his.
No, it makes
rocker
fun
right
of George
now.
Lucas. He's like,
He
he's-
licensed it though.
yeah, but it's
He
like
let it
very
happen.
humorous take on Star Wars. It makes fun of the whole idea of Star Wars.
I wish there was some other franchise that had been so dragged through the mud that it made me want to kill myself, even though I once loved it.
You still
Maybe
love
we
it.
could get some Gone with the Wind confetti or something. Star Wars is just past its prime.
I'd love to see a Lego Gone with the Wind. Love to see it.
That would be a good video game, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, the
you'd be
burning
running
of
through
Atlanta.
fires. That'd pretty much be the last level. But
Yeah.
the first several levels would be about
Very dry.
slavery being funny,
Yeah.
about romance.
Yeah.
Slavery was very funny in Southern films.
It was very funny until people realized how terrible it was.
No, I'm not saying slavery is a good thing. I'm just saying in
I
Southern
never
films.
even suggested it.
Slavery's never funny.
The producer
Oh, no, it's funny
can't
sometimes.
laugh. It is funny when it's
Just
like
like
Roman Empire
A
stuff.
couple of times it's funny.
Has anybody ever seen a funny thing happen in the way of the forum? Very funny slavery.
Is it?
Yes.
I am not comfortable agreeing with you.
Yeah, I don't think.
Have you
slavery's
seen a
funny.
funny? Have
I
you
don't
seen
think
a-
I like you,
I have
Joe.
seen
Yeah,
it.
no,
I have
I'm
seen
on
it.
board with this.
You've seen
So these two guys are like
50%
slavery is
of
a good
us
joke.
funny.
Yeah.
Slavery
Good
is
laugh.
funny.
We're doing polls. We're making decisions for America. Half of America thinks slavery is not a joke.
The
Based
other
on
half
this-
thinks it's
based-
hilarious. You got to sit back. It's in the past. You have a good laugh about it.
Smoke a cigar. Sit on your front porch.
Or if you're Joe, smoke marijuana and
No,
and-
he doesn't do marijuana. 'cause
He
it
does
makes you-
cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe's a cocaine.
No, we learned. The phone's not working. Do people try calling in?
The phone is not working, but we have an invisible man fixing it.
Yeah.
Remember when Joe was invisible?
The phone.
Yeah, call us in and tell us about that. Remind us when we saw that.
Yeah, remember it.
Bring it back.
I've
Bring it
not
back
seen
to us.
this,
Full
so I'm
circle.
looking forward to watching this on WPAA.tv.com.
Are you sure the phone works?
I think it's .org actually.
No, it's WPAA.tv.
That's it.
Not.com.
Okay. Okay,
right.
so we were all wrong.
We were all wrong.
I was right.
Phil was, yeah. Oh. I'm going to call you Phil.
No, you're not. I'm going to call you Paul.
All right.
All right, you two gentlemen. So what we got for our next topic today?
I think that we're going to bury her in the backyard.
It sounds like a Beatles song off a Revolver.
Why don't we do it in the road? That was on the White Album.
White
but anyway,
Album. White Album, Revolver, and
we're getting way too
Rubber
caught
Soul.
up in Beatlemania this episode. It's making me sick.
There's a lot of Beatlemania going on right now.
Right here.
Right here.
Right in this area.
25% of America is still obsessed with Beatlemania.
1/4 of the world can't get enough of the Beatles.
These polls are getting
So
easier.
this issue here is that a man in Bring It On.
Hello.
Is this Tyman On Tap?
This is Tyman On Tap.
Yeah, I want to say that was one dope trick you guys did making Tyman appear on there.
Yeah, don't you like Magic Timing?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Well, we're gonna probably have more high-tech special effects in the coming episodes.
Yeah, the budget's just going up.
To the roof.
Sweet, I gotta make one quick shout out.
Sure.
Occupy Amanda Bynes.
Oh, not her again.
Oh, no.
We can't get away from this woman.
I know.
We'll cut him off. This guy's had enough talking about Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, sobering subject.
Free Amanda Bynes.
Sobering
So
topic
people
of
like
Amanda Bynes.
magic. We're gonna have more magic. We're gonna have more Hollywood. But the
Less
story
Amanda
is
Bynes.
a man in Jackson County, Alabama, had a long time experience with his wife. Wonderful years, heartbreaking years. She died. Buries her in the backyard. There's now a legal battle over whether or not he has the authority to do that.
Whoa, that did not turn off as I thought. Well, whatever happened to personal property rights?
I think they went out the door a long time ago with all the statutes that really allow zoning. City zoning is the end of property rights, basically.
But that's true. But after you zone it by your house, you have
And
that
they
house.
zone his house to not be a place where you could bury dead bodies
No
because
burial
that kills the
sound.
resale value, Joe.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna resell the house after somebody's buried in it.
He's not going to live forever.
He's just gonna.
He's not Tuck Everlasting here, Joe.
What about the guy who took Obama's seat in Illinois in the Senate?
that guy? Are you suggesting that guy's immortal? Because I'm
That
gonna,
guy
I'm
has
gonna
a-
mount a campaign against him.
That guy has a tomb in his backyard.
A tomb for what? Like a Lazarus
Is that
pit?
grandfathered in tomb though?
I don't know. But here's an interesting thing about his tomb. He built it before he became senator.
Yeah,
like
but you're
10 years before he
this
became
is a guy
senator.
in.
Hold on. 10 years before he became senator, he built the tomb and had the description say senator on it, assuming at some point later in his life he would be a senator.
That's
So you're saying he's a cocky madman, but
Yeah.
you're comparing. This guy is just some schmo having a time of it in not like an upper class neighborhood. He's not on some massive estate in Illinois.
Yeah, it's a residential.
Yeah, this is a place that will be bought by another family.
Yeah, it's an
that
apartment.
guy will probably, his family will live there for generations, so it's okay for him to have obnoxious tombs.
Yeah.
So if you're saying I plan to live, let's say 2 or 3 generations after I pass on, it's gonna be in my family.
I mean, I personally think you should bury people in the front yard if you want, but in this case, the law generally doesn't support it. However, it turns out that the city is the people that have the authority based on the statute to regulate cemeteries. So if the city allowed it, he could just keep on burying people down there.
he should have gotten clearance.
He could have his whole family. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need clearance on that.
Always you need to get clearance for burials. Always get clearance.
Always get the paperwork filled
Yep.
out.
Samples, clearance.
Joe, we're
burials.
gonna clear you.
That's interesting. I don't know. Would you, if you had a state?
Which part's
The
interesting?
part where
We're gonna
he's
clear
getting
you?
clearance for a funeral.
He's moving
Well, we
on.
got someone. Yeah.
Welcome to Tyman On Tap.
Oh, let this play.
Yeah, let it go.
We don't have the rights for this. We don't have the right for this.
Oh, what's?
Oh,
yeah.
okay, you're right. We don't.
So,
Again,
Hey, oh, no, no.
clearance.
Any open? Wait, what's the open? Not open source. What's open
Fair-
domain?
fair use.
Fair use. That's it.
Find some
Public
fair
domain.
use music.
Yeah.
Call us back and blast
And
it.
blast
We'll-
that music.
We'll play that music.
Find
Yeah.
some music that's in the public domain, and we all set.
There you go.
Some old timey scary tunes.
So, some happy birthdays.
Because what goes?
Twinkle,
But
twinkle,
oh,
little
you got
star.
us something? Or is that the callback? Yeah,
That's
it's just
a
a mess.
callback.
Sloppy mess.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
so I liked that a lot.
I didn't, but
Yeah.
do it again.
But do it some more.
If you're in Vermont, call it in with some Scatman. Please stop that because we do not have the rights to that song.
How do you
No,
have us
keep
on
it
that?
up. We have an old timey friend named Justin who loves the Scat Man.
And you think he called in to play it?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he
you
did.
got a little something.
Well, something.
Right here.
Ow!
Classic.
That's my favorite part of the show. So
Oh.
far.
Yeah, that's the time and slap. That's
Time, we had time and
about the
magic.
minute.
We had time and violence.
Yep.
And
And
time
that's the
drugs.
midway point. We got a little time and slap.
This is
going.
like the Three Stooges meets some
There's
guy
4 of us.
from the.
There was Shemp.
Oh yeah. There was also
There's
like 5 of us.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's really like a good number.
There's
Too many.
six
Stooges.
Yeah.
No.
Six Stooges.
No.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
6 Stooges.
That's too
Actually,
bad.
technically 7 Stooges, but they never actually performed because something happened with
There
Mo.
were 7 Stooges.
There were
Yeah,
8
it happened to
Stooges?
3. This is nonsense.
I'm not on board with that.
7's not divisible by 3. There can't be
well,
7s.
How
They
many?
eventually replaced
All right, let's move
Larry.
on. Let's cruise.
Always Larry.
No, they never replaced Larry. He was like
Next topic, man in the box. No Samsung in the U.S. Tell us about it, Mr.
So Samsung won their won the injection, not injection,
Injunction?
Injunction.
No, it's not about
Conjunction,
injections.
junction,
What's
your
your
function?
function? Love it.
Hook it up, baby.
It's another thing.
So you just took my childhood
Man of
and
1,000 voices.
rubbed it raw.
So basically, because of the similarities between Samsung, which is misspelt in the title, and Apple's iPad, the Galaxy Tab has been basically not allowed to be sold until the court's going to determine if this is a copyright
Wait,
infringement.
hold on. Let me make sure I understand this right. So we don't have the rights for Scatman, but you can do Schoolhouse Rock.
You could sing
Actually,
Schoolhouse
technically,
Rock.
that was a parody by me singing.
So
Really?
couldn't we call
Okay.
that a parody too?
No,
It made
because
us laugh. We had a lot of
Had a good
laughs.
laugh
Oh,
about
good
it.
old laugh.
Had a
Not
good
quite.
laugh.
Not
Yeah,
quite.
I loved it. I laughed.
We had a laugh. We had a good laugh.
I'm going to have to edit that out of the when this goes on YouTube. I literally going to have to take this out of the
All right, then
video.
we're gonna edit every time you're like.
Yeah, they won't know it's Scatman.
They'll be like, "Oops."
They won't know it's Scatman. Also, they're not watching.
They're not
So
here.
it's fine.
YouTube.
We had a record number of views
It's
on
not
on
on
demand.
YouTube though. You stopped loading it up to YouTube, so it's not on YouTube.
It's
Because I have to edit all the videos. It's very frustrating.
Wait,
What do you-
how
what
do
do
you
you edit
edit?
them
Yeah,
for?
what do you
I
edit?
have to take out all the copyrighted material of the video.
What is copywritten in the
Since
material?
when?
Well, stop holding up the Apple stuff.
Stop
all the
making
time.
a
Stop
mess.
talking about Apple. You got to tape it up. You got to wrap it up. You got to lock it up.
And then you got to talk about Amazon, like
All
it's
right,
the only
anyway.
store in town.
Okay, so Samsung and Apple have been going back and forth all over the world. A lot of people have been going over battling with Apple over copyright infringement, trademark infringement, basically denying the sale of the iPad or denying the sale of a similar tablet based on how similar they are to another tablet somewhere else in the world.
Sue me, sue you blues.
And ironically enough, Samsung makes a lot of parts for the iPhone and possibly for the iPad, and Apple still going to have a relationship with Samsung after this court case is over. So it's this interesting corporate hoot and hollering going on between.
It's just going to be with these big corporate bigwigs. Whenever they get into the hot seat together, then they call it a draw every time.
I think there's money shifting around from both parties.
There's money shifting around.
Who's paying these attorney fees? $300,
but it's only enough.
$3,000 an hour.
It's only enough that these folks will be like, all right, like we're not going to get anything with this case. We close up shop. Everybody, like somebody gets a payoff, and then we just move along.
Someone gets a couple green bills slipped in their shirt.
Yeah, a couple of
and then what do we have? Probably more competition.
But what do you think, Andrew, of this injunction?
Well, I know that Samsung makes the A4 and A5 chips for the iPad and the iPhone and the iPod Touch. So they're definitely suing someone they buy some. That makes no sense to me. Why are you coming close to me, Jeff?
Somebody's pushing me.
No, I don't see anyone pushing. I don't see any pushing.
Call in 203-265-6310.
If Joe makes you uncomfortable, or maybe even a little hot.
I'm the only one that heard that?
Please, if he makes you hot.
If he makes you
call, please.
Speaking of hot, it's probably warm in the studio right now, isn't it?
It's toasty, but I'm cool with that.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna sweat it out.
Set in the mood.
You were in the military, right, Joe? You served.
I was not in the military. I have not served.
You were in armed combat at some point, though.
You were in the Air Force.
I was not in the Air Force.
No, he was a privateer. He was a privateer.
Soldier of fortune.
I was a pirate. I lived on the ocean for 6 months at one point. It was crazy.
Did you ever attack a cruise ship?
Without going back to land. I was on the water for 6 months without going back to land.
Yeah, you were just out on the water.
My legs, when I got off the boat, so wobbly.
Just rubber.
That's why we've never seen you stand on the tap.
Actually, there was one episode, but we don't want to talk about that.
That was a copyright nonsense episode.
Oh yeah,
we were talking about Seinfeld, Samsung, Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, we had that all plastered up on the backgrounds and stuff like that.
We had pictures of Batman from the '60s.
We had pictures of Adam West from the '60s.
Yeah, you don't remember that crazy episode? We had a strike from the books.
The lost episode.
We can't talk about that episode. One day on YouTube, you will see the lost episodes.
It's gonna hurt your eyes. You're gonna die in 7 days after you watch it.
This is very controversial. It's actually banned in 3 counties in the state of Connecticut from being shown.
And there's a live performance by Kansas. They sing "Dust in the Wind."
Nice.
This is actually the highest budget we had for an episode.
It's actually we blew WPA's entire yearly budget on one episode that no one will ever see again.
Yep, because we used all the money and then we didn't buy any of the rights.
Joe Tyman is a fraudulent.
We had Kansas.
Beast.
We had the cameras.
Technically, we're okay in Kansas because Kansas did perform on our show. So by performing, they gave us the rights to their song.
But the official reason we gave was that Joe.
So wait, then how do we know that
So they
wasn't
can't perform their own
Scatman
song?
Brothers
I
over
don't
there?
think so.
Scatman Brothers.
Pumping the jam, pumping the noise.
Pumping up the jams.
That could have been Scatman.
Isn't he dead?
No. Whoa.
Allegedly.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Scatman is dead.
Allegedly.
PSA.
Okay. We have to hit a PSA right now.
We're going to breaking news right now.
Breaking news. PSA.
Just the news.
Go, please.
What gets you moving?
Because when you get moving an hour a day,
You fuel your body.
and your mind, get up and play an hour a day, Doc. Check out how to be a player at letsmove.gov. That's www.letsmove.gov.
Movement. Along with weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
So, are you going out tonight?
I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work.
That's so gay.
Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia.
Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, you know, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone. Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Remember when we said don't
Yeah,
yell?
the producer was just like, don't make loud noises.
Don't
He was
yell.
like, you yelled. And then you yelled into the microphone. You yelled too. But
we're perfect. We sound
we're
crisp.
beautiful. And
They have a
crisp.
screen.
Exactly.
We have a screen.
We're beautiful, crisp.
All right, how do I sound right now? Sound
No,
good, guys?
You sound like a horse.
All right. Seagull, genocide, not suicide.
It's
not
a
like Halo.
suicide. No,
It's
this
like
is Seagull
suicide. That's what it says when you kill yourself in Halo.
The producer said not to make loud
Said not to make a fuss.
And then you did it. You just did it again.
You're just making such a fuss. All right.
Listen, I'm going to do this iPad thing right now.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Wait, what's the seagull suicide?
Oh, we'll tell you. It's a genocide, though. Out in Southgate, Michigan,
Okay.
there are thousands upon thousands of seagulls just busting in to a Mercury car dealership that's abandoned. They're just in there. They're screeching. They're flying around. It's straight out of Hitchcock.
Is this the first step in the 2012 Doomsday?
Apparently, it's very isolated to a parking lot. Or, imagine a very big lot, because you used to have a lot of merchandise, a lot of goods,
I think
a lot of products.
I think if the
A lot of
apocalypse
products. Yeah, a lot of
starts
products,
anywhere,
yeah.
if the apocalypse is going to start anywhere, it's going to be a parking lot.
It's going to be quick.
Especially an unused parking lot.
You're thinking to yourself, this sounds like a seagull victory.
Right.
Where's genocide coming to play?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
They just basically invaded former property of the Ford
so,
Motor Company.
So far the story
Take that.
goes, the seagulls are tearing it up pretty good, killing. But the state authorized the town or city to use deadly force. So they've just been sitting there for about 2 hours a day, from 9 to 11 in the morning, just gunning down seagulls, gunning them down.
Hey man, if they took this much effort into trying to save Mercury, like spending money on those cards, imagine how people would still have jobs in that town.
No, they have a permit from the state to use deadly force if necessary.
People buy Mercury cars so we can save seagulls.
Is Mercury no longer?
Yeah,
they're gone.
There's no difference between Mercury, high-end Fords and Mercury, and low-end Lincolns and Mercury.
What could you build on the site of a car dealership?
Another car dealership?
Crack house.
A Fiat dealership?
Crack
Fiat
house.
dealership? Fiat. They can put a Fiat.
Fiat. You need something that's going to keep the birds away, is what I'm thinking.
A Peugeot, whatever.
Peugeot
dealership. They can put
Okay.
there.
Kind of. It looks like the way you spell pigeon.
Yeah.
The police are saying, we can barely take out 500 seagulls, and there's thousands of them. This is nuts. I think.
Where did they come from?
I think the real implication is that God sent them. God sent them down to punish the people of the Mercury car dealership world. They couldn't run a successful business, and God came down with his vengeance.
Well, you do look like someone that spent several years in Williamsburg, so I think you know a thing or two about the voice of God.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of time out in the sun, just staring right up in front of it.
Yes.
That's how you find God.
God is deep in the sun.
That and drugs.
Drugs.
Which he knows a lot about.
All
This
about
little guy.
this kid right here.
This guy's a regular
Joe, what's your
Scarface.
experience with psychedelic drugs?
How many have you taken this week?
I'm on ones right now.
Really?
Actually, no, I take that back. There's no drugs here.
This is
Drugs are very bad.
Don't recommend drugs.
Please don't rate us.
We know that public television is accessible to the elderly. It's accessible to children. Maybe it's accessible to the people in between. Call in if you think.
And drugs are very bad. Do
Drugs
not
are bad.
do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
We make a lot of offhand remarks about drugs, like they're going to make you eat a face, and those are the ones you listen to.
Remember the episode on Saved by the Bell with the upper or the caffeine?
Copyright.
Oh yeah.
No, this is in review, so technically.
Oh.
How do you know all this?
Okay.
Joe is a part-time lawyer, part-time privateer.
If you use YouTube, you learn copyright law, kind of. It's like what you can't put up there and what you can't.
Can't go to law school? Just go onto YouTube.com.
Yeah.
Free law
They'll make
school.
you go to copyright
How do I
school.
open this door?
Free copyright. Opening doors.
Oh, you can't.
That's what YouTube does.
Oh, I got to get a key.
To a legal
Yeah, you have to go
career.
around.
Vinny Gognitti is playing a video game right
He's
now.
playing Marathon.
Yeah, I was going to say, why is this not one of the topics on this show? That we have marathon, the whole marathon series.
Not only can you port
on this thing that we cannot show you an image of.
Marathon is
Show
a.
you
You do not want Max Payne on your tablet. Why would you want Marathon?
Marathon's
One of them
older.
is-
Max Payne's
Yes,
state-of-the-art.
Exactly. This is like
this is,
like a
nostalgic.
classic thing down memory lane. Die.
Yeah, marathon.
Nico Bellic.
Nico.
But yeah, you don't want Max Payne on
That's
this. You want
Grand
this.
Theft Auto.
It's
Grand
very
Theft
different
Auto.
in the.
Also a Rockstar game, though.
Yes.
Keep it with the theme.
So,
the theme.
what do we have
Bungie.
next? If you want to talk about how cool Marathon was as a game, call in 203-265-6310.
If you were lonely in middle
But if
school
not-
and played Marathon in middle school, call us.
Did you do that?
Yeah, that's why I played
On your
Marathon.
Mac?
On my old Mac, yeah. My,
See, because it's funny.
6100.
It's funny. Us PC people were playing Doom while you guys were playing.
I played Doom.
Did you?
I played Doom.
I was
The
playing.
Mac people got the better end of the deal as far as those two games are concerned.
I was playing Full Throttle, the LucasArts game where you're a motorcycle guy.
I remember that game.
It was a point-and-click adventure.
I remember they made a sequel and they
This
canceled.
is stupid. This is low battery now.
Low battery.
You was playing a game and it's killing my graphic or killing my battery.
Now Joe's not going to be able to look
Wait,
up
so
news.
you can play a game for about 5 minutes on the iPad? Hold on,
was
this
at
is,
100%.
just, this is just a review of the iPad right now.
It was at 5%.
Give him this
copyright.
piece
It was
on how
at-
terrible the iPad
No,
is.
this is a review. Apparently I can
This
say
is a review.
reviews. Here, Joey, why don't you review this wig? How do you feel about
Joe,
a wig?
what do you think
How
about
do you feel about
wigs?
wigs?
What do you think about wigs?
Do you like wigs?
Where did these wigs come from?
Hold on, hold on. This
I
is...
need half a wig.
Bro.
Joe, we got wigs.
Getting these. This is, I don't know if this is your wig, but that black one's your
This is
wig.
your wig.
Joe, wear it.
I'm not wearing a wig.
For me, we are.
All right.
I'm not putting a wig on.
Joe, are you
Okay, hold on. No. Let's
What's your
get. No, we
problem
gotta
with
sign this.
wigs?
Okay,
I will-
why?
I will
won't you-
gag and vomit profusely on air if I put a wig on.
Why?
How does that happen?
I don't know.
Now you have to put the wig on.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Prove it.
No, I'm not
So
gonna prove it.
why would you vomit if you put a wig on?
Yeah.
No,
What's wrong? What's
I-
wrong, Joe?
I almost gagged there. Please do not touch me with this wig.
Explain it rationally
can't-
and calmly.
No one
Slowly.
speak. No one
Don't
speak.
I can't explain
Slow.
it. If I could, I'd overcome why I do this.
So has it happened how many times?
It's not true. You can have theoretical knowledge of how to overcome this and lack the discipline to do it.
Did someone dress you up one day like a lady friend who put a wig on you and then she
Might-
hit you or something?
maybe not a lady friend put a wig on you.
Now it's really.
We're getting
sexy.
this. We weren't trying to make it dark, but it could be.
It
No.
could be very dark.
This is dark.
Could be
I have
very
a
dark.
really bad gag reflex.
Just in case you just tuned in, Joe has a bad gag reflex, but I
Oh,
think
it's
it's
only
dark,
the wigs.
deep-seated.
Only the wigs.
To wigs.
Oh, about wigs. Oh my God, Joe, this is.
Well, anyways,
Joe,
insane.
I need to know, Joe. I need to know.
I just have a gag reflex to wigs.
But what else? Is it multiple
Is it just
things?
wigs?
Just wigs.
Pretty much any non-cotton
Synthetic hair.
wool or like synthetic.
So wait,
blends,
if I,
like,
put
Okay,
it,
can
if
you-
I took my electric blanket
Yeah,
and rubbed
can-
it on your face, would you be like, rah,
I might feel a
rah?
little nauseous if you did that.
Really?
So is
this
that why you don't wear jackets? Because they're made out of synthetic fibers? Because you don't wear jackets.
Aren't you loaded up with synthetic fibers?
No,
Joe, I thought you loved synthetic fibers.
You're always talking about how good they are.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about the lion attack.
I can't get enough of the wig topic. But
All right,
really,
I guess lions.
I need to know more about this wigs.
All
There's
right.
like a JFK type conspiracy here.
Wigs are going to be coming up. Next time you call in or show up.
Joe, you think
talk
we're done
about
with wigs, but
we're
we're not
only
done
gonna
with
be talking
wigs.
about wigs.
We're talking about wigs.
You know,
We got about 13 minutes about
Timing
wigs.
on wigs.
Timon loves wigs.
Timing
No,
on wigs.
Hates them.
Yeah.
what's that? Has a Van show? You know when they talk
John
about the
Benjamin.
John
Benjamin?
Benjamin. Now it's Joe Timon's loaded up with wigs.
Joe Timon
Yeah,
has
Joe
wigs.
Timon has a
But
wig.
you know how they like give you the small toupee? It's like they give you a couple of hairs. I think that's what I need.
You need a couple
The
layers.
small
Plugs?
toupee?
You could handle just a little bit of wig.
Yeah, this is a little bit of.
Joe,
a-
don't tell me you're not thinking of a toupee.
You're too
Yeah,
young, Joe.
look at
You're
this.
too
Look
young.
at this. Look at this. This is bad. This is bad.
He's getting thin.
I mean, you know,
But not-
it has its moments.
All right, we have like literally got nothing accomplished. this
No,
episode.
yeah, we're about to get something wild accomplished. You know how seagulls are coming in? We just talked about
You know,
seagulls.
let me just say, just for the record, I disagree. I think we got a
I think
lot
I think we got everything accomplished. We set out
Can
to
we
do.
just let a small round of applause just for how much we got accomplished? We got a lot
Wigs.
accomplished.
We talked about
Is our
wigs.
studio audience sleeping?
Our studio audience.
Yeah, one of
some
those.
of it, 50% is asleep.
Yeah.
50%.
33% positive.
Just like America right
If
now.
only she had waded through the boring parts to get to the wigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Joe, put the wig on.
All
and-
right,
and
I
now
know we
Oh,
cruised past lions, but there's something about lions.
Oh, there was
Lions.
a lady
In
and-
Ohio.
Yeah, she's got a mountain lion.
Mountain
for a pet,
lion.
and then she's like, oh,
She's also raising her two nieces, trying to get
yeah,
custody.
she's trying to get custody.
Trying to get
yeah.
custody, but they're living with her, and she has a mountain lion in her house.
And
Do you
then,
think this is okay?
And then the state worker came in, was
State
like, I'm going
worker
to check
came
out
in
this
to
cage.
inspect the lion.
And then a toothless mountain lion
Clawless and toothless.
bit the state worker on the pinky.
Kind of gummed them good.
And this is news.
This is hot news.
I don't know. Like, if it's toothless and clawless, you're like, what can you do?
Here's what happened, though.
Wait, what state was this?
Guess this was in Ohio. And guess,
Oh, okay. Makes perfect sense now.
guess what the wound
Right, yeah.
was?
What?
From a toothless lion. It bit the state worker's pinky. Had to go to a pinky specialist, which turns out they have that.
Cool.
Not just a hand specialist. The news article said pinky specialist.
That's good. That's good.
So that guy must make about $2,000 a year for the one pinky injury.
No, it's probably making a couple
Probably
hundred grand for
because
that.
nationwide, they're like, every Pinky incident, they're like, go to Ohio.
Oh, you gotta go see this guy. That's the guy.
Thank
He's
God
like
he was so
the
close
James
by.
Andrews of Pinkies.
Yeah. Yeah, baseball players probably go to him.
I bet the Pinky guy's rocking it.
I wonder how he promotes.
You know, I once did
By,
severe ligament damage.
putting
to
his
my,
name in Mountain Lion Story News articles.
I once did severe ligament damage to my pinky. You were there, actually.
You scared the dickens out of me, Joe.
So I did
Joe was
severe
wrestling with the
ligament
weight.
damage to my
Joe,
pinky.
you should never look at another man and say, I did severe ligament damage to my pinky, and say you were there.
Joe,
You
He
shouldn't
was
do
there.
that.
We're playing volleyball.
Oh,
I'm gonna do
boy,
severe
it's even
damage
worse.
to you, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put you in a wig.
It's even worse than I thought.
Oh my God, were you really playing volleyball?
Yes, we were playing volleyball, and I did severe ligament damage. My pinky turned purple.
How
Yeah.
similar to this volleyball scene in Top Gun was it? Or can
It
we
was
say that?
picture instead of muscly men,
Okay.
fat men.
Oh, God. It is so homoerotic in here. I love
Yeah,
it.
fat, just
Can we kill the
oiled
AC?
up men.
Let's get it hotter in here.
Let's get sweaty.
Kill the AC.
We got 10 minutes left.
All right.
Tyman On Tap. It's gonna get steamy.
Next issue.
Steamy Joe here.
Next issue. iTunes relaunch. I don't know if anybody's heard this.
I hate it.
They're relaunching iTunes with more focus on the cloud. Supposedly, we're going to get the new HD audio tracks, which are basically, they look at your what speed internet you have, and then they give you the bit rate based on that. So you can have
The bit rapist?
bit rate.
I heard bit rapist.
No bit rate.
But like, I was fine with not caring about the cloud. What's the cloud doing for me?
Yeah, Joe.
It's just storing stuff off my computer.
The beauty about the cloud is I can purchase a song on any device. I have 3 devices here. Purchase them anywhere. Press a button.
It's on all 3.
Yeah.
Because of the cloud.
Yes.
I love the cloud.
And also,
You still hate it.
I don't like the cloud.
for $25, you can take my illegal MP3 collection I got.
Oh,
Joe!
Joe, you just are you're a
Drugs,
cokehead apparently.
Illegal guns.
Yeah, you
illegal
didn't even
things.
get on the subject there. You just
But
flat
it's
out
a
said it was illegal.
wigs.
You said I like to steal music and then I like to convert
Not
to
anymore.
the cloud.
Not anymore because
He's on psychedelic drugs.
I basically
Psychedelic drugs.
got a reprieve by iTunes saying we'll convert all your music and give you legal downloads.
iTunes contacted you personally?
Everybody. Anybody that has illegal songs, pay the
How about
$25 a
notice?
year.
Everybody
Who's
stay by your
damaged their
phone.
pinky in a volleyball
iTunes
accident.
making calls.
Hold on to your
Free
butts,
songs.
everybody.
Hold on to your butts.
Grab a hold of your friends and family. Joe, I'm nervous.
Let go of your ego.
Hang on to
But yeah, so
that's all right.
I think it's going to be interesting. iTunes is having one of
Words
its...
hurt, Joe.
What?
Words can hurt.
Joe, how many times did you steal ABBA's greatest hits?
7 maybe?
You got every version, right?
Every version. including the-
Name 5 ABBA songs.
5 ABBA songs right now.
Oh,
okay.
Hello?
Who's this? You're on Tyman On Tap.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
What do you got to say?
This person is not
Cut
worth
him
talking
off,
to.
Joe.
Yeah.
This person is no
You're
good.
done. You're cut off of the tap.
Unless you were really trying to talk to us and you had a health problem, then you might want to call 911
Mountain
next.
lion.
Yeah.
If you got bit by a toothless mountain lion, let us know.
How many toothless attacks have you had in your life? Tell us. 203-265-6310.
That includes being the recipient or the aggressor.
You could be the toothless attacker or the attackee. Oh, here he comes. Hey.
Oh, and it's a ring back.
We are fooled by that in every episode.
Every episode, yeah.
We'll make a montage. It'll be the
It's like everybody's going, ah, ah.
Hey, everybody, hold on.
Can we just do that for the next 7 minutes? Just
What's this?
Pantomime theater with Joe.
That's not good. That's no
This is
good.
me running
no,
a
this is
marathon.
great. This is gets better and better. Yeah.
Everybody.
All right.
All right. That wasn't actually that good.
All right.
No more antics.
Okay, next time we talked about iTunes, relaunching of the cloud.
Yeah, it's done.
Are we adding topics?
Next topic.
No. We have topics.
We got topics.
We got hit topics.
Yeah, we
got
just don't
hit
have.
topics.
Oh, I'm going to talk about possibly, if you want to see a new show called Tyman, or not Tyman, just Untapped, where it's me, after hours, talking about the issues you care about, being controversial, possibly swearing.
Oh, you know what?
That's
I was going to
10 o'clock.
say, I bet by controversial you mean just filthy language. You're
Filthy
going to be
language.
F this,
Yeah.
F that,
All about
C on your
sports.
B and D to the S. All that.
I don't know, I think this is a new concept I'm going to be working on soon.
And where's it coming out?
And,
Joe?
are you going to have some
Where's it
familiar
dropping?
faces?
It's going to be, I'm going to try to,
It's gonna be a podcast, and Joe's broadcasting from his constantly moving.
All right,
No,
well,
it's going to have visual.
Live
yeah.
from the Ford Focus.
it's going to be like, we're going to rearrange the set, it's going to be a more intimate setting. Maybe
Like
we'll do
kinda
it on
like-
location, and it'll air after 10 o'clock, so we can say whatever we want on WPAA.
What kind of
I
things
don't
have we
know
not
if
been able to
it's
say? Aside from swearing, we've pretty much been talking about drugs, guns, national mandates. We've been talking about dirty stuff.
Mountain lions.
Mountain lions sucking on people.
Religions.
We've been talking about religions being like,
What did we say about religion?
we never said a thing about religion.
Well,
Oh my
you-
God, we lost Vinny.
We actually made several comments about Mormonism throughout the
Yeah,
show.
we talk about the Mormon religion frequently, but not in this episode. Either way, I think that Untapped is just going to allow you to sound like a sailor. You already look like a sailor.
sound like
by
one.
God, you're going to be, whoa!
Whoa, hey, we're almost out of here. Look at it.
We're almost out of time, and we're sailing off into the sunset.
We escaped the
Joe, have
city.
you ever been crabbing?
Yes, I have actually.
Really? I'm surprised you didn't get knocked into some ice or something.
Don't know how it'd be possible.
You don't have to crab in the ice.
You never crabbed in the ice?
You
I'm not
can,
saying.
you can.
I'm just saying I'm surprised Joe
Southern
didn't end up in
waters
the
have
ice.
crabs.
You can do it on Cape Cod.
But that's what I'm saying is that you don't have to be near the ice. Joe could have been. He could have been near the warm, salty waters and been like,
Equator.
"This is good."
That's
He could have
why,
been right at
that's
the
probably why I
crabs.
survived.
I love equator crabs.
Don't you remember when Joe said he was out to sea
Wait,
for
hold
like
on.
a
Did you
couple
say
years?
equator or crater?
Equator.
Equator.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm less pumped about the equator crabs. I much prefer the crater crabs.
If you want to see Joe put in a crater,
Call us.
Call us.
In the last
Please
couple
don't.
of seconds. These are always options. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we
we think of
wanna
inventive
see-
ways to kill Joe.
Yeah,
We'll
if
do
you
anything for
something
calls.
horrible. There's something horrendous on television, just on the last episode.
Gruesome.
Yeah.
Because it will be the last episode, obviously.
No, then it's going to be called something else.
Vomit on tap.
Vomit all over.
It's actually going to be a show about the 1970s Battlestar Galactica.
If you're dead, you're not going to be calling the shots.
Yeah.
And by
Battlestar.
God, there will be no Battlestar. Maybe the 70s ones that we were saying.
Yeah.
No, not even.
Maybe there'll be some Edward James Olmos.
What about the
Maybe that's about
1980 Battlestar 1980?
Oh, could we replace Joe with Edward James Olmos?
Oh my God, that is an option.
Oh,
That
the
is an
studio
option.
audience says yes.
So
You
next
say
episode,
yes.
almost on tap.
It'll be a
Almost.
hit in the Hungarian community.
The
Producer.
producer
The producer's on board.
doesn't care
In
about
Wallingford, we have a big Hungarian population, and I think they'd like a nice Hungarian
That came out of nowhere.
superstar. there.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
He is
that-
half Hungarian. That is
Yeah,
true.
he actually speaks Hungarian in the film Blade Runner.
Yeah, let's not get those people like really jumped up.
Those people?
Hungarians. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure we identify those.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you always want to clarify when you ostracize an ethnic group. You want to say this is the group we're talking about.
And this is what makes the Tyman On Tap program special, is that we hate everybody.
Oh yeah, and we'll
I
single you
love
out one by
everybody.
one.
No, we
Well,
being the people
25%
on
of
the show.
America loves everybody,
Yeah.
and 75%
hate everybody. Yeah.
Because in case you just tuned in late,
We're doing polling.
we're polling. We're polling this group. This
Yeah,
forum.
but we won't pull our punches.
We'll be pulling back your ears, boxing them in.
Oh, pun
Hey.
intended.
You know something? I'm starting to worry about you, Vinny.
Don't.
Okay.
So what's everybody looking forward to this week? What news do they want to see?
I actually am very excited about this little tidbit about the NBC program Community.
What about it?
It was very sad to hear that Dan Harmon is now going to be in a limited capacity, who is the creator. However,
Well, there's a reason for that.
he was running his mouth a bit about
And the show had really bad ratings.
It actually won the Critics' Choice Award, though.
That
But
is
anyway,
true.
there is a soft spot on the horizon, on the bottom of the sun, the south of the sun. That's where it's happening. The whole cast is coming back. Chevy Chase is coming back.
That was the question.
People were thinking that guy had finally just had enough. Fletch was gonna cut loose.
All right, we got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes to say.
I'm gonna give you an NBA draft update.
Is that copyright? Or
That's copyright.
Can we,
That's not a review.
Can we
That's
say
just like
basketball? Or is that owned by
Number
someone?
1 to the New Orleans Hornets, Anthony Davis.
I love him.
Big
Number 2, Michael Kidd Gilchrist to Charlotte.
No
Hey,
one
there.
cares.
Good kid.
This is bad.
Number 3, Bradley Beal to Washington.
Is this what happens as we wander into the golden holy land? That we just rattle off some sports reports? That's the best we got?
all we have
Let's give you a couple UConn updates. Andre Drummond went ninth
All right, so
to Detroit.
Moving
Jeremy
into the
Lamb
sun,
went to 12.
moving into the beams of the light.
Keep going, Joe.
Harold standing up.
Austin Rivers went 10th to New Orleans. That's a big, interesting pick.
Am I still calling you Phil and you're calling me Paul?
I'm only calling you Paul from now on, Vinny.
Okay.
Keep going.
That was
I mean,
You're losing momentum. We have 1 minute.
1 minute.
It's not, it's not New Year's, Joe.
I know that was like just a casual glance, but that was like a heavy.
What's the Christ-like post, Phil?
I was like surprised by it. I was really surprised.
All right, we just ran out of steam in this last minute.
I'm pretty steamy now.
Steamy.
I'm feeling steamy.
Kill the AC.
You know, if you guys think Joe needs to be on late at night so he could sound like a miserable, gross man swearing,
We're gonna have the Roos there. He's gonna call in the time on.
big old Roos. Everybody, everyone's coming. Everyone's nuts.
We'll all be there.
This is one of the most crazy, sloppy endings we've had. We might have to sacrifice somebody to regain momentum, and I think we know who.
Oh,
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe,
Ritual sacrifice.
Can we play the Lonely theme from The Incredible Hulk 70s?
I'll just walk away with my backpack.
That's copyright.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Everything's copyrighted.
I know. What?
Corporate
Why
culture.
can't we just have like an
Oh, it's gone.